Kurunji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurunji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurunjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, now we are going to discuss refraction, right? So in this optics chapter, till now we discussed reflection, laws of reflection, sign convention and derivation for R is equal to F, and then derivation for mirror formula. After that we discussed some example problems. Now we are going to discuss the next most important property of light, that is refraction. Okay, right. So now we are going to discuss what is refraction, what are the laws of refraction, and then examples of refraction with respect to different situations and different materials. Okay, right. Say this. When a beam of light encounters another transparent medium. So I already told you what is meant by medium. Medium is a substance which allows energy to pass through it. It may be solid medium or liquid medium or gaseous medium, right? When a beam of light encounters another transparent medium, a part of light gets reflected back into the first medium while the rest of the part or rest of the light enters the other. So here he is not only talking about refraction, he is talking about the situation what happens when a beam of light meet a transparent medium. Otherwise, when a beam of light encounters another transparent medium. Okay. For example, if you see this picture, here it is one medium, it is another medium. For example, air, water, otherwise water, glass. So whatever it may be, but these two mediums are different, not the same medium, right? Okay. So it is the surface of this particular medium. For example, it is water, means it is the surface of water. This is air. So if you feel that air here and water here, then air is the medium one or first medium, and water is the second medium. Okay, right. So if you observe carefully here, the situation what he is explaining is, when a beam of light encounters another transparent medium, a part of light gets reflected back. A part of light gets reflected back into the same medium. A part of light gets refracted back into the first medium. A part of light gets reflected back into the same medium while the rest enters the other medium. So this is the other medium, that is medium 2. Suppose if it is air and water, means air is the first medium, water is the second medium. As I told you in the first beginning of this chapter, light is a form of energy. Light is a form of invisible energy. Okay, right. So when a light is a form of invisible energy, right? So when it is like energy pocket, when it is like certain amount of energy, from this energy certain will go in the form of reflection, certain will go in like refraction. So you just imagine certain amount of energy is here and certain amount of energy is here. This is called as reflection, this is called as refraction. Okay. So what is reflection? What are the laws of reflection? Already we discussed. Now our interest, our concentration is refraction. See here, a ray of light represents a beam. A ray of light represents a beam. Next, the direction of propagation of an obliquely incident ray of light. The direction of propagation of an obliquely incident ray of light that enters the other medium, changes at the interface of the two media. So here it is one medium, for example air, it is another medium, for example water. So the light ray is coming, right? It is the direction of propagation of light. Okay, the direction of propagation of an obliquely incident ray of light. So it is the incident ray of light, right? So which is going to incident at the point of surface, at the point on the surface of water obliquely. If it comes like this, it is normally. If it comes like this, it is parallel, but it comes like this means it is obliquely, right? So here it is the normal. So what is the normal? How to draw the normal? As usual, how we discussed in case of reflection of light. So it is the normal at this point of incidence, okay. So it is the normal is the reference line to measure angle of incidence, angle of reflection and also angle of refraction, okay, right. The direction of propagation of an obliquely incident ray of light that enters the other medium changes at the interface of two media. So if you observe carefully, this is the incident ray of light. So it is like light is traveling in a straight line, no? Light travels in a straight line. So if it is suppose if this is the incident ray of light, so this is the path of light ray after refraction, this is the path of light ray, right? But actually what happens, this is the light ray, so it bends towards the normal, because it is also normal, no? This is also normal, so the light ray bends towards the normal. That only he is saying here. Next, the phenomena is called as refraction of light. Okay, right. So I'll tell you in a simple manner from this understanding of these, right, these two paragraphs or this total information. What I am saying is, when a light ray is incident at the point of surface, on any other medium, it bends towards the normal while traveling in the other medium. This is what I told exactly what happens. In another way, you can say that as simple as such. When a light ray is traveling from one medium to another medium, I'll repeat. When a light ray is traveling from one medium to another medium, at the point of separation of both the media, it bends. That's it. So when a light travels from one medium to another medium, at the point of separation of both the medium, it bends. This phenomena is called as refraction. It is a natural phenomenon. Just we are in a discussion about that. Okay. So it is a natural phenomenon, right? But here we have to discuss what are the laws of refraction also. I'll repeat once again. Refraction is nothing but bending of light when it enters from one medium to another medium, right? Bending of light at the point of separation, of both the media when it enters from one medium to another medium, right? So bending of light at the point of separation of both the media when it enters from one medium to another medium is called as refraction. Understanding of definition is very, very important for us, right? So without understanding the concept properly, we can't solve the physics problems. So that's why I am repeating many times in many ways and in many directions also. Okay, next, Laws of refraction. See here. First law is the incident ray, refracted ray, normal. Incident ray, refracted ray, normal at the point of incidence. At the point of incidence, lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane. So incident ray, refracted ray, normal, all lie in the same plane. Lie in the same plane, right? Next, second law. The ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is constant. The ratio of sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is constant. Okay. So what does it mean? Sin I by sin r is equal to constant. Sin I by sin r is equal to constant. Okay, right. But here itself, what is angle of refraction? Angle of refraction is the angle made by refracted ray. Angle made by refracted ray with the normal. Angle of refraction is the angle made by refracted ray with the normal. Okay, right. What is angle of incidence? Angle of incidence is the angle made by incident ray with the normal. Angle made by incident ray with the normal. Okay, that is. So here this is also I, because from our previous classes, you know, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That is the reason here also I. But our discussion is here, what is refraction and what are the laws of refraction and the phenomena based on the refraction in our daily life, as well as the new things what we are going to and what are the benefits we are going to get by utilizing this phenomena of refraction. Right. Next, see here, sin I by sin r is equal to n/1. Sin I by sin r is equal to n/1. It is what we can also call it as Snell's law. It is the name of the scientist. No, Snell is the name of the scientist. So which is Snell's law. n/1 is nothing but refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium. Refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium, right? So we got new thing, that is what? Refractive index. Refractive index. From second law of refraction, I told you the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. The ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is constant. That constant is called as refractive index. So refractive index is a characteristic of the pair of media. It is independent of the angle of incidence. It is the independent of angle of incidence. But by knowing the refractive index of a pair of media, you can know, you can get the amount of bending for a light ray when it enters from one medium to another medium. Okay, that is the thing. Here you can get it by knowing the refractive index. By knowing the refractive index. Okay, right. So here itself, from this picture, I hope you know what is what, right? So it is the second medium, it is the first medium, it is the refracted ray. Okay. So next thing is, just now I told you, when it is medium 1 and medium 2, right? So one you assume as air, another one you assume as water. But this is not fixed. You can assume this one as water, this one as glass. You can assume this one as glass, this one as stone. You can assume this one as stone, this one as iron. So that is your wish. That is our wish, right? So whatever the pair of media you want, you can assume. But when the light is entering from one medium to another medium, at the point of separation of both the media, it bends. The next doubt or next question is, I am saying it bends, but how it bends? Whether it bends towards the normal, whether it bends away from the normal, that is the next discussion. Okay, see here. When a light ray enters from rarer medium to denser medium. So what is meant by rarer medium? What is meant by denser medium? So here itself you have to know which is rarer medium and which is denser medium. But basically, what is rarer medium and what is denser medium, we can't decide on our own. Through the comparison only we will decide. And one more thing is, here density means it is not mass density, it is optical density. It is optical density. So just now I told many different media, that is what air, water, glass, stone, iron. So for all this media, here we are talking about optical density, not mass density. Mass density means already you know, density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. That is not the discussion here. That is not the point here. Our point is, our interest is, we have to keep in mind what is the optical density of the medium. Optical density of the medium. So you may have a doubt, what is meant by optical density? It is the ratio of speed of light in two media. It is the ratio of speed of light in two media. Okay, that is also important here. So that is the optical density here. So our consideration here is optical density. See this, when a light ray enters from rarer medium to denser medium, so optically rarer medium to the optically denser medium. Okay, optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. Okay, optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. See here. So for example, if you have taken air and water, so you have to compare which is optically rarer and which is optically denser. Then only you can get the conclusion from our upcoming discussion. That is what, when a light ray enters from rarer medium to denser medium, speed of light ray will decrease. Okay, speed of light ray will decrease. Hence, the light ray bends towards the normal. Light ray bends towards the normal. Okay, right. So if it is I, it is R. I is greater than R. I is greater than R. Okay. So when I is greater than R, automatically you know very well, N21 is equal to sin I by sin R. Then N21 is greater than 1. N21 is greater than 1. Okay. So observe carefully what I am saying here, because this is the important point for us. So why it is important means, the refraction is nothing but light is traveling from one medium, one optical medium to the another optical medium. Otherwise no discussion, no. So what is the definition of refraction? Light ray bends at the point of separation of both the media when it travels from one medium to another medium, right? That's why, so it can travel from air to, it may travel from water to air also, it may travel from glass to water also. So here the two media is not fixed. So whatever it may be based on the situation. That's why what happens when it is entering from one medium to another medium is very important here. So similar to that, see here, when a light ray enters from denser medium to rarer medium, when a light ray enters from denser medium to rarer medium, here speed of light ray will increase. When a light ray enters from denser medium to rarer medium, speed of light ray will increase. Hence, the light ray bends away from the normal. The light ray bends away from the normal. So here I is less than R. I is less than R, so that N21 is less than 1. N21 is less than 1. So here N21 is greater than 1. Here N21 is less than 1. So N21 means refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Okay, right. So these 2 points not only like information, you have to imagine, we have to feel what happens, right? So light is a form of energy. When it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium, suppose rarer medium to denser medium means, you just imagine as air, here water. Okay, so when it is coming from air to water, so here the speed of light and here the speed of light. Okay, so you know what is the formula for speed of light, right? So that will be decreased. That will be decreased. So why that will be decreased? Because here optical density is high. When optical density is high in second medium, when it is coming from first medium to second medium, then only it bends towards the normal. Otherwise, that is different situation. Then only it bends towards the normal, so that you can write I is greater than R, then N21 is greater than 1. In similar manner means not same, but similar to that situation, but when light enters from denser medium to rarer medium, denser medium to rarer medium. Here the light is traveling from optically denser medium to the optically rarer medium. Light is traveling from optically denser medium to the optically rarer medium. In that situation, it bends away from the normal. So that these two are the conditions. Okay, right. Next, here we are going to see another situation in case of glass slab. Okay, see this. So it is a glass slab. It is the ray of light. It is the incident light. It is the refracted light. It is again emergent light. Emergent light. Okay. So here light is going to refract twice, 2 times. It is the incident ray, angle of incidence. It is angle of refraction for this pair, that is what, air glass. Next, for glass and air, it is like angle of incidence and it is like angle of refraction. Otherwise, for this hole, if you consider the hole, you can say that it is the angle of incidence and it is the angle of refraction at the first surface. Then it will be automatically angle of emergence. Angle of emergence. Okay, right. So without this glass slab, if it is the incident ray, in the absence of this glass slab, it goes like this. Okay, right. So it is the normal. It is the normal. So normal is the reference line to measure angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Right. So already written clearly, it is the medium air, medium glass and medium air. Okay, right. So first it refracts at this point. It is the first refraction, right? So that it is traveling from optically rarer to the optically denser, so that it bends towards the normal. See here. So you can through your observation you can get it whether it is bending towards the normal or whether it is bending away from the normal. Okay, right. So it is bending towards the normal. Again you see here the light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Denser medium to rarer medium. Okay. So when it is traveling from optically denser medium to the optically rarer medium, as usual, you know very well, just now I told you, so it bends away from the normal. Away from the normal. So it is the emergent ray or the resultant ray because of arranging a glass slab in the presence of glass slab in the path of the light ray or in a path of light ray. So actually this is the path of light ray. Suppose if there is no glass slab, then what will happen? The light ray will traverse like that you know very well, light is traveling along a straight line. Because of arranging this glass slab, light bends here because it has to travel from rarer to denser. Okay. So when it is bending here, so it is the first refraction bending towards the normal. Again here it is going to bend because here also it is traveling from one medium to another medium, that is from glass to air, but because of difference in optical density it bends away from the normal, right? So what I am saying is this is the resultant ray due to the glass slab. This is the resultant light ray due to the keeping glass slab in the path of light ray. Suppose if there is no glass slab, this is the path of the light ray. So this is called as shift. This is lateral shift. Lateral shift. Okay. I think you might have observed this is the advantage we have. So we are shifting the light ray. We are shifting the light ray just because of glass slab. Just because of glass slab. That is the most important point due to this application. This is the refraction through glass slab. Refraction through glass slab. So here also you can see lateral shift of a ray refracted through a parallel sided slab. Parallel sided slab. It is like a rectangle. So these two are the parallel sides and these two also parallel sides, which is the lateral shift achieved by a glass slab arranged in the path of light because of refraction. Because of refraction, right? So refraction is the second most important property of light. So already we discussed reflection and this is the refraction. Okay, right. Next, see here. N12 is equal to N1 by N21, right? Here the small clarification is, it is the one medium, it is the second medium. This is same as first medium. Suppose it is 1 means it is 2, it is again 1. Because the medium is not changing, no. Same medium means same optical density. Suppose if you want to assume, you can assume like 3, no problem. But first and third medium is same. But I want to tell you here, N12 is equal to 1 by N21. N12 is the refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. What is N21? I already told you, that is the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, right? So these two are inverse one to other. Suppose if you want to find the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, then you have to write 1 by N12. Suppose if you want to find refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium, then we have to write 1 by N21. Okay, right. So from this figure, emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. See here, you can observe here, this is the emergent ray, it is the incident ray. Emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. This is here. So this is the example. Otherwise there is no deviation, but it does suffer lateral displacement or shift. So this is the lateral displacement or lateral shift with respect to the incident ray. So this is the important point, no deviation, but shift takes place, right? Deviation will be different from shifting of a ray. So in our upcoming class, we also need to discuss about some other properties of light. There you will get it, what is the use of deviation and when the light ray is going to deviate. But here no deviation, only shifting of a light ray, that is called as lateral shift or lateral displacement. Okay, right. So in this class our discussion is what is refraction, what are the laws of refraction, and what is the Snell's law, and what happens when a light ray is going to bend from optically rarer medium to the optically denser medium, as well as when a light ray is going to enter from optically denser medium to the optically rarer medium. At last we came to discuss what about the refraction through glass slab. So the glass slab will give us no deviation, just it shifts a light ray. So that is what you can calculate lateral shift due to the lateral shift in case of light ray by the glass slab. Okay, right.